Hey folks, so this time we're going to talk about something that very rarely gets brought up or doesn't really get discussed. People say certain things about it but tend to tell you the wrong things, and that is Randori, and the best way you can do it so that you can achieve maximal space control and come out of that thing alive or uninjured, or at least feeling like you've done something good. We're going to do it using chessmen. So this black chess piece is going to be a nage. Okay, that's the person getting attacked, and all the white pieces you see, they're going to be the ukes. Randori, multiple people. A couple of things about Randori before we get going if you've never done it before. The first thing is it's too fast to do any techniques. You're not going to be able to do shihonage or iriminage or EQ or anything like that because it just goes too quickly. You don't have time. The second thing is the ukes, always closing in, always trying to get to you. They don't care what this person's doing. Their job is to get that person, and they will try and get them. Okay? So, if you're doing a Randori and there's one person, this is dead easy. There is nothing difficult about this. Throw them, walk away. Or throw them, go over here, wait for them to get up, attack, throw them. Okay. Make distance. That's all you have to do there. Two people. This isn't quite so easy. It's still really easy. It's not hugely difficult. Here's what happens. This person picks one of these two people. Doesn't matter which. If I'm doing this, I would tend to pick the one further away. And I would do that for one reason and one reason only. Both of them expect me to go for the closer person, but I won't. I'll go for the one further away just to surprise them, but that sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Anyway, what happens is, go and throw that person while this one closes in. This person's lying over here thrown. Go and throw this person. They're not lying over here. This person has gotten up. They're coming over, you go and throw them. They're lying down, go and throw this one. Then this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. This is really easy because in the time it takes one of these individuals to get back up, you've reached the other one and are throwing them. There's no real issue or difficulty there at all. However, what if 3? So now if you tried that tactic that you did with 2, you go and you throw this one, and while they're getting up, you throw this person, that one's got you. That's a problem because you're tied up with that individual while that one comes and hits you. And they will hit you because they're supposed to. That's their job. This person, if you're dealing with this person, they don't stand there and wait. If you're dealing with that one, they don't stand there and wait. What's happening is they're closing in. Until it gets to the point where you're throwing this person and both of these have come in and this is you. And now you're on the ground, and Aikido don't do very well on the ground, so you get stopped. So let's spread these out a little bit more. Right. Let's say you start in the worst possible position, which is there. There are, let's call it 6 directions that you, as nage, can go. 1, 2, 3, or towards the people. 4, 5, and 6. Those are the directions you can go. 3 of those directions will get you killed. And the 3 directions that will get you killed are, interestingly, depending on your point of view, that way, and that way. If you try and go through the sides of this triangle, you toast. You go this way, what you've done is shorten the distance for that person and that person to get to you, while this one chases you. You've actually drawn the triangle together and you are not going to get out of that in one piece. What you actually want to do in this situation is go to there, there, or there. You have to pick one of those individuals and go in that direction. So let's say you go this way. You've gone there, this person has to cover all this distance, this person has to cover all this distance. You throw this person while going around. So this person's now lying here, let's say they're slightly incapacitated, or you've done some kind of technique that requires a roll. So they are rolling over here. This person's closing in, and this person's closing in, and you are no longer inside the triangle. This is really important, because this person's not getting up, this person can't reach you in time. Your next obvious thing to do is go and throw that person. Now, what you don't want to do is get tied up and try and pin them or anything like that. You want to throw them. As you do that, you go around them. So they, let's say, have been thrown over here. This person's back on their feet. This person is now approximately here, so you throw them. This person starts to close in, but you go over here and throw that person. Let's say they go over there, they're back on their feet, this person's now here. You want to go through here and then through there. So they're thrown, and they're now coming back in. And it's that simple. The problem people have with this, if we step back to our triangle, is they try and leave the triangle without going through, or rather around, a person. If you try and go this way, the distance is so much shorter that you're now dealing with two people instead of one person. And that's where so many people go wrong. They try and cope with that on a fundamental level, and it just doesn't work. Yeah? You have to go through or around one of these three individuals. And that gets you out of the triangle. Once you're out of the triangle, if you start out of the triangle, or once you're out of the triangle, let's say you went this way, say you went through this person here, so you're there, and these three people are here. Okay? What you want to do is come back ever so slightly, as far as you can. And that person will come straight for you, this person will come straight for you, and this person will also come straight for you. Take another step back. Boom, boom, boom. And now you have a line of three people. Pick one end of the line and go around it. While you do that, throw that person. You're now back to two people who are trying to get you. This person gets up, but you've spread them out a little. Go round to one of these sides. Given this person's here, go that way. Yep. You out here, this person's thrown. Now here. And you can repeat that. You draw back, in, in. Draw back, in. Go over here. Throw. And 1, 2. That's it. You have to look at the situation you're in and realize that it's a triangle. You need to be outside the triangle, but you have to go through one of the points of the triangle to get to the outside, never through the side. Once you're outside, you can draw the ukes together into a line to make it easier for you to do. You can go back into the triangle, but only exit through a person. So, 3 people, not quite so difficult. What about 4? Or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say you are in the worst situation of your life. And I genuinely have no idea where I've dropped those pieces. I've just dropped them. And that's that. What we have to do there is realize that doesn't matter how many people are here, this number is irrelevant. There are only 3. Only 3 of these individuals can confront you at any one time, because the rest get in the way. This person is no threat, because these 3 are in front of them. That's how that is. It's just that simple. So when you look at this, there, there, there is a triangle between this person, and this person, and you are in the middle. You can ignore everything else. You're dealing with 3 people, and the principles apply. Let's say you went through this person. As you do that, everybody's going to close in a little, but this person, and in this situation, there's this many people, you could probably justify a higher use of force, but that person's thrown. And these people have all come in a little, because they're all trying to get you. Okay? You're still back to 3 people. 1, 2, 3. You still can't go that way, or that way, or that way. In this situation, given how close they are, you probably could go that way, but this person will hit you. So, in this case, let's come through here whilst throwing that person. Again, everybody closes in. This time, we come out through here. But this guy is not stupid, hasn't been able to get to you, and has come right here, along with these 2 guys. These guys have all come in, but not in a straight line like that, so they're going to be here. Now this looks like you're getting into no-win, horrible Kobayashi Maru territory, but you're still in a triangle. Yeah? There's a line between there and there, there's a line between there and there, and there's a line between here and here. You're going to have to go this way. So you throw that guy into these people, you're out now, but there's too many. So it doesn't matter how many there are here, there will always be a triangle in which you are standing. Only ever 3. And the principle of this, the tricky part of this, is to identify which 3 are your triangle and go for that. But what will happen is you're not going to move to the outside and then draw them all together like we did with 3 people. You're going to move out of one triangle, and then you're going to move into it, but you're going to move out of that triangle into another triangle, and you move out of that triangle into another triangle until such time comes when you have exited all the triangles and you keep running, because why would you go back in? The function of this is to leave. So no matter how many people there are, that's all you have to do. You keep going through them, and if you can throw them at the feet of each other, then they start to get in each other's way. There are some extra tips and tricks for this which you might find quite useful to know. The first one is don't look at this person here and concentrate on this person, because all these ones are still moving as autonomous things. They're all trying to get you. There's a quote around this which I like and is quite apt here. Many enemies surround me and attack, thinking of them as one, I do battle. This is one entity that you have to deal with. Don't fixate on that, or that, or that, or that. You focus on the whole, and you deal with the whole. Second thing is, don't get caught up in the illusion that you have to throw everybody. It is 100% acceptable, and in some cases even advisable, let's say you're going through this way, to leave that person upright but off balance, which puts them in the way of that person, and this person has to go around them. You could then leave that person on one leg off balance as you go over here, blocking those people. And then you could throw that person there, blocking anyone that's managed to regain their balance and come through. You don't have to actually put people down. It will take them time to recover their balance, and it's acceptable to leave them off balance. Third thing is that you have to keep going forward. unless you're actually drawing people into a line to then go forward, you have to go forward. It has to be on the nage is making decisions, making choices. There are 3 people here that have to be dealt with. Which one do you choose? They will choose. Their choice is simple. Everybody gets this one. This person's choice, there's 2 ways they can look at it. One is, there are so many people, I'm going to die. Another way to look at it is, this is a target-rich environment. I can hit literally everybody without having to worry. They will worry about hitting each other. You don't. You choose which one to go. If you wait, they will converge and they will hit you. You have to go forward through them. The final thing is that basics will save you. Basic footwork. Irimi, tenkan, kaiten, sokumen. Those are the footwork motions you need to be able to flow through this and come out the other side. If you can't do those motions, you're toast. The first lesson is one of the most important lessons for the most difficult lesson. This is incredibly difficult. The basic lessons you were taught way back when you started, they are what will carry you through it. But nobody tells you that. So that's just some advice on Randori, how to do it, how to go through it. And the key thing is, always go forward, and there are never more than 3 opponents. One other caveat I should point out, this is in standard training, so the assumption here in this, none of these people are armed. If some of these people have weapons, that changes things enormously. But in most Randoris that you would practice, there will be no weapons, so this all applies. Subscribe for more.